Turn up the static left of the state of the nation. Da-na-na-na. Turn up the flame, step on the gas. Burning the flag at half-mast. She's a rebel forgotten said, and no one knows where Maria went. Maria. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe Earth 2 Omi update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. So, sorry for the late stream. This late stream was really a just because I was very, very busy today. I did not go into Brooklyn. We do have Dashi for one more day, at least right now. And is my okay? There we go. Oh God, I'm too big. I'm too big. Oh God, I'm really too big. Okay. No, why does this keep doing this? Okay, all right, we're good. We're good. So the reason why I did the stream was again, I had a crazy couple days. I'm just wearing the shirt just because I just came from a wake. Did not go to the girlfriend tonight. I'm still going to Boston tomorrow. I do still have a bunch of stuff to do, but I did want to give you guys my thoughts on a couple of things. One being that there is no drop button for IDO for the EDO. That one that we would need to complete that set for Ultraman. That was a fake. I don't know who spread that up, but there is no update that you need to do for the app. I checked it multiple times, and it still has the buy now button on there, and we will get that before the end of the year. We're just not getting that right now, not right away. There was a fake screenshot of someone saying like, "Oh, buy now," or it was like 6 hours left, but that's not it. So I just wanted to clear that up in case you missed my post before on YouTube. For Earth 2, they're still having different things like their bot for saying like, oh, this is a banned phrase, you can't say this. It is getting easier to be able to go and buy things, but it is a lot of things are still being banned. I'm gonna let you guys know about the what it's like to dispute something because Chaveztopia doesn't have that. That's just a banned phrase. Nobody took that. But Alpha Kingdom was bought by somebody, and obviously it was bought by somebody that does not own Alpha Kingdom. It wasn't by Nameless or Tech Ops, and they had sold it to me. So I was like, all right, let me buy this for a little bit, and let me give it to Nameless or Tech Ops with Guidebook Gaming. Link down below for them if you want to go visit them. And I was like, okay, let's give this a shot. But he said, no, like let me dispute this. I want to see how it works, and I want to know the process for the viewers. So I'll let you guys know what the dispute process is like from both sides, from him trying to dispute it, from me having it and seeing if we get emails and all that jazz. And yeah, the EPL stuff is still mad crazy. I have like Chavez City. I have the real Randy Chavez City. Chaveztopia still unable to get, but and I did want to go over like after I talk about VeVe and Omi and Earth 2, talk about life later because again, it did just come from a wake, big life energy ahead of me. But outside of that, for VeVe and Omi, Dan Lee just had a major crazy live stream. I didn't get to see it yet. There's a bunch of people that have had a bunch of different things going on. I haven't been able to watch them all yet. I still haven't seen that Taps and Breadcat interview. I've seen like half of it. I haven't seen the whole thing through. But remember when I made that video, people are selling their assets for Omi. Dan Lee is a perfect prime example for that. Selling 2 properties for Omi. He's got a couple of rental properties. He's selling it. And I don't know how many millions that's going to get him. He might have gone over that on the stream, but that's got to be tens of millions of Omi that he's getting. So I'm very, very excited for him. I'm very, very happy. And then the life stuff, just because again, and it wasn't like the guy was 88, 89 years old. He happened to be a friend of mine. It's my friend Megan and my friend Jen, their grandpa, and my friend Mike's dad. But he was in the military. So was I. We went over like military stories. We just went over life. We just a good guy to talk to. And before I get into the stream, before I take the questions, I just want to say like, no one's really surprised or shocked when 89-year-old dies. That's like, hey, you had a good life. For long life. For in your 70s, you had a good run. 60s, like it's kind of a shame. 50s, like too soon. 40s, it's like like so young, tragic. It just I don't know. It just makes you think a little bit. Like I've been very, very, very good about finance, and I don't mean just investing, although that too. I mean just being able to say like, oh, living within my means, and it has helped. But like, if you die young, what's it all for? Like I was watching a documentary. John Travolta plays John Gotti, and he's talking about like being a degenerate gambler, and he's like, "Wow, you're wasting so much on this," and he's like, "Well, can't take it with you." And I was like, "Well, true, you can't take money with you, and you die, but you could definitely do a lot of things to help." So that's what I'm trying to do. Anyway, let me get to comments. I still only have 96 million Omi. Trying to get these last few for you guys. Bert the Jerk says, "Yo, what up, Randy?" Drew Seller said, "Sup, Dad?" "Yo, what's up, Drew?" Moses on my feet says, "Yo, yo, yo." That reminds me of, I think it was a Street Fighter game. This guy with like a red pole, and he'd go, "Hey, hey, hey." That just reminded me of that. I don't know why. Muzzard on my feet says, "Yo, yo, yo." Freddie Mercury says, "Hey, Randy, what's up?" Justin says, "Snazzy Randy." Yeah, it's a little, again, just black. It's just, for the, so you do for wakes. Sturdy Steel's going on. Muzzard on my feet says, "Nice shirt, looking sharp." Thank you, thank you. Freddie Mercury is at work at 5:20 in the morning. Oh my goodness. I do want to say thank you guys for, I just get a lot of comments, and a lot of them, especially this guy, Roby1 Kenobi. Yeah, it's a kind of a play on Ben Kenobi, Obi-Wan Kenobi. By the way, Ben Kenobi isn't his, I've seen this mistake on the, on Facebook a lot. Some people are like, "Oh, well, it makes sense. He's Ben Solo," and why Princess Leia, would name her kid Ben Solo because of Ben Kenobi. I was like, all right, first off, she probably low-key did not really, I mean, she knew of Ben Kenobi, or she knew of him just because he worked with his mom, in the Clone Wars and all that, but that was like his alias. That wasn't his real name. So I just see people getting that wrong. Just as a nerd, pisses me off a little bit. But anyway, Roby1 Kenobi left this beautiful message like, "Hey, I normally only give you the thumbs up or smiley face, but him and a bunch of other people are just like, hey, I really appreciate what you do, doing out this amazing content, and I want to say I love you guys. I'm gonna do this for as long as I can. I don't see any reason to stop. Even when Omi hits, when I become a millionaire, multi-millionaire next year, let's say when it's 11, 15, 20 cents, and I become Deca millionaire, I still want to do this. Like, even if I only have a few thousand subscribers, if I'm closing in on like 3,900, should get there in a little bit, a couple weeks, or maybe even a week. But when it goes to, even if it goes to like only 5 or 6, right now it seems to be there's a cap. I still want to do this. I still want to hang out with you guys. We have a good crew. We got, during drops, we tend to have like 100 people on, give or take. On some nights we get like 30, 40, 50. Now we have 20. It's a nice small knit community, and I like that. And I don't want to stop. Like, am I Ozzy Osbourne? I don't want to stop. Not when he bit off the head off the bat. He's just got a song called "I Don't Want to Stop." Justin says, "Can I get some breadsticks?" We did not have breads, although at the intermission, I have like a wake in the afternoon. You break for food, and then you go back. There was some meatballs there, so good. There were some garlic breadsticks there, so good. But I didn't, because I don't have a sense of smell. I was like, oh, I forget that garlic smells, and like, yeah, I don't want to be eating breadsticks and talking to people. And I was like self-conscious, like, does my voice smell? Does my breath smell? Mr. Loch Ness, "Hi Randy, what's going on?" Justin says, "Was Ecomi ever in a lawsuit?" They were. It was with Ben Gadenzi. I think Ecomi won the lawsuit, and he's just not a part of it anymore. So, good for them. Good for Ecomi. But to my knowledge, I think that was the only one they were ever in. Benji says, "Hey, what up, Randy?" Justin says, $500 super chat in Dan's stream. Really? He had a $200 super chat in his stream the other day, which is bananas. So if I were him, I'd keep doing those, making mucho money. I don't know who tipped that. That's just bananas. I think the largest one I ever got was from Guidebook Gaming. They gave me $100. So congrats. Again, congrats to everyone. Again, if you, by all means, I don't need any donations. I don't even need, like, Patreon's just for people that say, you know what, I want to compensate you, just for all you do. It's just there for that. And then I guess if you want to be in the friends and family thing, you get, phone number, you can text me anytime, rate access and that. But again, I just do this to keep everyone, just informed about things, just letting you guys know what I'm doing. And it's also for me too. It's really heartening. If I can speak as Yoda, brings warm feelings to my heart. When people say like, "Hey, you're my favorite content creator. I love you the most," like, my heart, it feels so good. So it's as much for me as it is for you guys, even if it is tiring a lot of times, and my voice goes. Bert the Jerk says, so I think somebody needs to recap what took place when Omi pumped to 0.0089 and compare it to the future with exchanges and big crypto. YouTube sponsors for Omi. There's no way this can't pump over 1 penny. I agree 100%. What happened before was a speculation of Omi having utility, Omi being able to use to buy NFTs. You had Andre Jick making a video. You had a couple of no-names making a video as well. And what had just happened was that people are just like, the hype train caught this really quick. It went from like 5x literally in like a week. And then it was too much. Not enough people in it at that time. It was almost like a pump and dump. Maybe it kind of was pump and dump. A lot of people get in really quickly, and then some people, they get out really quickly as soon as it pumps. But also we had no utility, and we had no Marvel at that time. We had a couple of good licenses there. Obviously, we knew we had Batman, we knew we had Powerpuff Girls. Honestly, any one of these cryptos out there, any one of these new projects, if they were to get one of the licenses that Ecomi has, if they were to say like, hey, we have Jurassic Park. Reminds me of that. I think it's called Bringing Down the House. It's with not Martin Sheen, it's with Steve Martin, Eugene Levy, and Queen Latifah, and they have this like like insurance business or whatever, and eventually towards the end of the movie, spoilers if you haven't seen it yet, it's really weird. They land a whale. They land this one multi-billion-dollar client. And they go to their jobs that they had previously, like, yeah, you know what, you guys are bigger than us, but, see this person, there goes one multi-billion-dollar client, and if any one of these cryptos, these, like, ones that are hoping to get a metaverse, are hoping to get licenses, any one of them were to say, let's get Jurassic Park, for instance, they would hype the shiz out of that, and I would be like, that would cause someone like me and other people like, oh, someone's got Jurassic Park license? That's big. That's good. That's a good, big license. It would be the same as Jurassic Park saying like, hey, we're coming out with digital NFTs. We're coming digital collectibles and NFTs. Like, oh, that gets so many people in just for that franchise. Not only do we have that, which we've been promised NFTs for those for a long time. I love them. Finally, this weekend, we got Star Trek. I still think the common and the uncommon you could still get at the store. The rares and the ultra rares obviously sold out. But even the rares, they were listed I think at 110, and now you can get them on the store for on the marketplace for $80. But finally we get Star Trek NFTs. Finally we get some stuff that were teased months ago. And just to answer your question, we didn't have all of these licenses, or at least they weren't announced back when this pumped to 0.0089 to 1 penny and beyond. Now we do. Now we have the switch over to Immutable X. We're not on Go Chain anymore, which is almost like a dead network. When Ecomi leaves, I think Ecomi's their biggest ones on the Go Chain. They're going to go to the Ethereum blockchain. That is one of the biggest, if not the biggest blockchain to do things on, especially for NFTs. People are already comfortable paying hundreds of dollars for gas fees for their stuff. And not only that, but we're going to have no gas fees on the layer 2 of Immutable X. And Immutable X is going to be on OpenSea. This is like the triple threat for Immutable X. They're going to be worth a lot. I probably should put something into that coin, when that's available and that happens. But this is why I have a 3 to 5 cent price target by the end of the year, because when this pumped to a little over a penny back in February or March, we didn't have nearly this much stuff announced as we do now. So now I think, oh God, and possible Coinbase listing, and oh my God, this is gonna be bananas. This is gonna be insane. We are very lucky to be here, be able to fill our bags one last time. I'm trying like mad to sell all these Pokemon cards. Hasn't happened yet. Just so I can get more. So that's what I think. And we have George Crypto Ross finally in a video the other day. He mentioned and another thing with Altcoin Daily. So he mentioned the other day, Crypto Ross George, for the first few weeks where he was a partner of Ecomi, he never mentioned Ecomi unless you super chatted him. And then the other day, he mentioned them like in his normal stream about NFTs, about licenses. Like he finally didn't have to be super chatted in order for him to go and and mention it in his stream. So like that matters. Like that means something. That they're finally giving you, hey, go ahead, little by little, sprinkle Omi in there. Because again, I'm sure he probably has a full video he could do on them. He hasn't, but again, I don't think that's just because of himself. I think they're waiting. They're telling him to wait until they get on Immutable X, until they're on the Ethereum blockchain, until they can go to OpenSea. And Gary Vee just made a video saying like, hey, if you are worried about missing the NFT boat, you have not missed it. We are on the dock of the SSN right now. Anyone plays Pokemon Blue, Red, Yellow, Crystal, Gold, and Silver, SSN is on both of those. You have not missed the boat. People are getting on the boat, but you haven't missed it. It hasn't left yet. It hasn't even, got the lasso off of its dock. It's still tied in. It's still anchored. People are getting on, but the boat is not missed. Like I said, most people I talked to today at this wake, I was showing Batman in the funeral home, which I probably shouldn't have done, but showing Batman in the funeral home, Batman on people's porches, like, this is the future. This is technology. This is, again, when Apple's AR glasses comes out, when they have that announcement, and also the Ecomi e-reader, which, if you look at the thumbnail, they teased that before. If you think that, again, they already have a partnership with Ecomi. They already have a partnership with VeVe. They make so much money off of the money that goes into the VeVe app. If you think they're not going to have a certain partnership or try to advertise for them, saying like, hey, look at our new AR glasses. Hey, look what we can do with these NFTs licensed by these guys via Ecomi on the VeVe app. You guys are crazy. Get out of my house if you think that they're not doing that. If you think that we're not going to get some type of publicity from Apple at some point. I digress. Sorry, I got a little crazy there. I've been cooped up wearing a mask in that funeral home, just trying not to talk and be loud or fart. And yeah, so it's very possible this pumps beyond our wildest dreams, anything that's hitherto undreamt of. That's why I'm in Omi. If there was something where I could potentially get a better return than Omi, I'd be in that. I would. Because again, I sold Teslas, and everywhere I was going today, hey, look at what this can do. Of course, my friend Meg happened to go and say, Meg, if you're watching, hi. She said she watches me sometimes. If you go in and, oh yeah, she says like, oh yeah, so my friend Chavez, he sold this Pokemon card, and so I'm like, she talks about me like to her friends in a good way, and it's like, are you the one that sold the Pokemon card? So they already know me as the guy that like sells Pokemon cards, retired at 30, but she doesn't really know too much about like crypto. She's like, yeah, I don't really know what you're saying, but like I support you. I was like, oh, Meg, thanks, man, thanks, babe. I want to say babe, like I just like friendo. She's engaged to my friend Nick. And then they say, oh, you're the guy that has, does these things with Pokemon cards. Wow, that's really innovative. And I was like, well, let me tell you about this new project called VeVe and Omi. And because I'm so thankful for Meg, because now I have that introduction of, I'm not just this crazy person with a ponytail and beard, like, oh, he's a YouTuber, he doesn't really work, like, how like stable is this guy? I have that introduction of being retired at 30. Meg talks me up. I don't know if she means to do that. She just does. And then, so I have that credibility going in and say like, hey, guys, Ecomi, Omi. And finally, my friend Nick, her fiance I was talking about, is going to buy that soon. And yeah, it's just, I try to spread the good word of Ecomi wherever I go. Oh, also, Altcoin Daily did a video. Let me bring that up real quick. I'm charging my phone, but let me go and, my back, it burns. Let me go and show you guys exactly which one I'm talking about. Not my videos. Gonna go to history. And so Altcoin Daily, which I'm subscribed to, about 4 hours ago said 5 coins to 5 million top low cap altcoins with massive growth potential in September. So just YouTube Altcoin Daily, and then Altcoin Daily will have that. They have almost 1 million subscribers, and they have 980,000. And guess what number 5 was? They said 5 coins. If you go to number 12, 15 in the video, they talk about Marvel Month, which is, again, not, it's recent, but to us in, not military time, in time of internet time and crypto time, Marvel Month was last month. That was almost 2 weeks ago. It was over a week ago. Now we're on to more comic book drops. We're on to Star Trek. We're going to have 2 more comic book drops next week, which is going to be bananas. I'll do videos as more information comes out about that. And we have the e-reader coming out soon that they teased today, also on Twitter, which is just like, they have so much content, so much stuff to do. Omi Burn's going to be insane. And this is all without games. This is all without being on OpenSea yet. Like, this all is yet to come. And I don't think a lot of this is factored into the price. It's not like stocks yet, where they say like, oh, hey, Tesla, we're going to have, AI day, we're going to have battery day, we're going to be including the S&P 500, we're going to have this and that. A lot of the speculation is cooked into stock prices, whether it's Apple, Facebook, Tesla. But for crypto, I don't see that. I don't see that cooked into the price, at least not yet. It's more of like when it happens, because I think a lot of software in general, just saying like, yeah, you say that, but when we see it, because software is just prone to delays. And when they have something like this that says, hey, it's kind of like, hey, when it happens, then I'll do it. Because you don't want to buy something in anticipation that it's, in 2 weeks, and then suddenly it's like 3 months down the road. Because a lot of people in crypto, they're in, they're out when the pump comes in, that type of deal. But none of this is cooked into the price yet. It can't be, because it's too low. I value it at much, much higher than this. So again, there's a lot of good things coming up. Altcoin Daily, which this is not their first time that they had gone on and said, they literally tweeted like a month ago, quote, Omi is my homie. So I was like, oh, these guys are great. They deserve some more love at Altcoin Daily. So Bird to Jerk, that was like a 5-minute answer. I'm sorry, I went a little crazy with that. Ginferno, what's going on? How's it going, Ginferno? Squidcat says, I got EPL's NFT collectibles, PvP games, and VeVe Oh my god, Squidcat. I feel like that really could be worth some stuff. Good for you. So, my friend Mr. J1S, we call him Jones, he happened to acquire Jones Beach, which is an actual beach on Long Island, but just that EPL, Jones Beach, I thought was really cool, really fun, because it works on 2 different levels. That's his name, plus Jones Beach is where he lives. Kurt says, what's up, Randy? Looking good. Why, thank you, Kurt. I feel a little hot, though. I'm going to take this off in a bit. Sturdy says, how do you lose your sense of smell? Was it COVID? It was not. Unless COVID existed in 2016, pretty sure it was Kuwait. I had a good sense of smell. And then Kuwait, things happened. Kuwait, I don't have my sense of smell anymore. So I went to the VA for it. And just because as I got out, I was like, hey, my sense of smell never came back. I thought it was like a cold. I thought it was whatever. Never came back. So what happened was I went to the VA. And technically, I'm a disabled veteran now because they only gave me like 10% for it. I was like, I just lost an entire sense. Like, I don't have 5 senses anymore. I have 4. And you give me 10. I feel like that should be worth a little bit more than 10%. But so technically, I'm a disabled veteran. Yeah. But I mean, I still have back issues, knee issues, hip issues, a bunch of stuff going on there. Oh god, I'm dying. A bunch of crazy stuff. Freddie Merc. I'm sorry, guys. Oh god, went down the wrong pipe. Freddie Mercury says, "You are awesome, Randy. Don't stop. That's why we love you, brother." Oh, I just want to give you guys hugs. I just want to go and it's really weird how all right, so I'll get to the hug thing in a second. I think your body every once in a while needs some type of physical touch or emotional drainage, like a serotonin dump. Because yesterday, I saw that, for those of you that are around my age, late 20s, early 30s, where we'd watch Blue's Clues, and we watched Steve. And I remember that episode when Steve left. He's like, oh, by the way, this is my friend or brother Joe, and he's going to be caring for you for a while I go off to college. Goodbye. And I was like, that's the send-off. And even, I was like 5 years old, like, that's the send-off they give him? I was like, no, like that, I felt robbed of like an emotional, like, goodbye guys, I love y'all. I guess I didn't want to make it too sad. But then literally yesterday or 2 days ago, it came out. I didn't see it until yesterday, where Steve came back and he had a message for us, and he's just like, "Hey, it's been a while, but I never stopped thinking about you. I think about you all the times. We're still friends, and look at all you've done. Look at all you've accomplished. Like, I'm really proud of you." And I was like, oh. I just lost it. I lost my little brown mind. And yeah, like I feel Joe Rogan mentioned this once on his podcast, where it's like, yeah, you ever go and just not have human contact for a while, and just get a hug from someone, like, wow, that felt really good. I don't know. I mean, babies when they don't get held enough, they can develop some like weird issues. So I think that definitely happens with people as well, and that's why I also think that this is why I focus so much on animal charities. It helps humans too, and I'll tell you why. Is because men, I feel like, do not get enough love in this country. I feel like don't get a lot of physical touch. They're the ones that are always kind of the not aggressors, like the ones that are trying to say like, hey, hey babe, want to be physical with me. I don't know how I can mention certain things without getting demonetized, but and I feel like they don't. I feel like a lot of them, and I feel bad. Like my friend Wayne and a bunch of other like dads I knew, people like in their mid-40s, like yeah, my kids, they only love me when they want something. They want to ride here. They want $20. They want new skins on Fortnite. That's what I am to them. I'm an ATM, and like he's not the only dad that like I've seen like that. I've seen a lot of other people. So I feel like men just don't get a lot of love. I don't feel like they don't get a lot of appreciation and attention. And I get it. You can make the argument that like, okay, well, men make a lot more money than women, and men are in these top positions. Like most of the CEOs are men, and like, okay, well, fair point. But also you have to look at why. Like, well, because as women, a lot of times, even though when they're as conscientious and assertive as men, they are, and they're very disagreeable. The women that are like this, they are driven and they're smart and they're not going to take any crap from no one. They get paid as much, or if not more, than men in those same positions. They have to be, because that's what men are. But women, a lot of the times, because they don't, they tend to date only across, or up the dominance hierarchy or the social ladder. They wind up being with someone that makes as much money or more than them, and you don't need two people making, $150,000, $200,000 a year. So a lot of women decide that, hey, it's not. In order to get this money, you have to work 70 hours a week. You have to be on call like 24/7. And a lot of women decide like, listen, my husband's gonna do that. I don't want to do that. I want to be with my kids. A family is more important. And that's why, the most people who die of suicide and depression are men. Most people who die in war are men. Most people who die with the dangerous and crappy jobs are men. So I mean, there's reasons, but if you get more animals in more houses, which is what Best Friends Animal Society aims to do, then men just get this love machine. They get dogs that just want nothing but to just love them and have pets and just be by them. And I think it makes men better dads, husbands, brothers, sons, whatever. So sorry for the rant. Love you too, Freddie Mercury. Justin says, what's your notion on this 3D comic? I've been waiting for this forever. It was teased a while ago. We're unsure if that was real or not real. But teasing the fact that, hey, it was a Wolverine comic and you could read it in AR. I can't wait to do that. That seems cool AF. That's something that is really, really cool. Even if it's like, it's a little overrated. I just want it to happen. I just want to be able to do that because that seems amazing. That seems fun, being in virtual reality and reading a comic book like that. Imagine that popping off the pages. Imagine like Wolverine going synced and just up. Oh my god, the claws coming out. A fight between him and like Cyclops, or him and Hulk, just Hulk fighting Beta Ray Bill, like World Breaker Hulk. Like these type of things is the stuff that you want, like little boys' dreams. And I guess anyone that loves comics, seeing all these fights in augmented reality where they pop off the pages. Again, if that's what it is. But I think even if that's not what it is, that'll happen eventually. And I just love to dream. I just love that type of thing. It's cool. Crazy the way technology, it moves so fast. I am never not impressed. Like this is magic. This is magic. This should not, you go back 100 years ago and show people this, you'd be burned at the stake for being a witch, because It is. It's still magic. Like chemistry and science stuff that's so advanced is indistinguishable from magic. I think Arthur C. Clarke said something like that. Um, 30-minute Patreon member shout out. What's it gonna be? I mentioned Ozzy Osbourne before. All my life I've been over the top. I don't know what I do with all I know is I don't wanna stop. All my life I'm gonna go till I drop. You're either in or in the way, don't make me. I don't wanna stop, don't wanna stop, I don't wanna stop. Moving on. Drew Sellers has completed my 16th set today. Congrats, Drew Seller. There was someone that commented on my thing the other day saying he had 30 sets. Like, whoa. What do I have, 27 now? I don't even know. I don't even know. The next one I would probably get, like I said, if I can get the money, Harley Quinn. You know, that Harley Quinn black, white, and red set. But, yeah, 27 sets. Maybe the Labbit, because the Labbit is... I already have the ultra rare for that. Let's see what they are. There is... Is the marketplace down? No, I'm just an idiot. I went through it in the wrong place. No, it's that. That's you. All right, so the Labbit, there is, again, only 888 of them were minted. 50 for them in the marketplace, so that's a little more than we've seen, but the floor is about 1,300. You can't see that. That is too light, bright. Dun, dun. About 1,300 for the floor. That's for number 503 and 442. So, again, I would, if I were... I have a Labbit, and if I don't get the Harley Quinn, I think I could get the rest of the Labbits for probably less than $1,000. Probably like a couple hundred, like $500-$700, something like that. Maybe even less. I'd probably do that. Grandmaster Mawile says, have you heard of properties selling for a lot with good EPLs yet? Not yet. I think people are waiting for the dust to settle on EPLs a little bit in Earth 2 before they're able to do that. And also, again, Essence. I don't want to see... Well, I guess it'd probably be good for me if somebody paid me Essence for an EPL. Again, I understand the power of domain names. I mean, if you read How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie says, like, hey, how I fed my rabbit had rabbits, and how he fed all of them. He said, like, hey, children of the neighborhood, whoever collects the most grass for these rabbits, I'll rabbit after you. Having your name on something means a lot to some people. Like, some people literally spend millions of dollars to get their name on buildings, millions of dollars to go and get their name on things. Because why did I make my businesses the Chavez Trading Company and the Chavez Canto Project? You know, if I ever do open another business and it's Chavez Media or Chavez whatever, yeah, I want to be able to just Chavez name on everything. When you know, when you go to funerals and you write down whatever, it wasn't Randy Chavez that I wrote down. It was just Chavez, because the guy I was seeing, he used to call me, oh, Chavez, and I was like, oh, that's so great. Instead of Chavez, like, oh, Chavez. But I just wrote down Chavez. Yeah, so but at the same time, I would like to think, and maybe this is an ego thing, I would like to think that my brand and my whatever is like so good, like people will, I could name my stuff Scott Toilet Paper, or, you know, like whatever, or Dashy. Oh, I didn't get Dashy. I should probably get that. Dashy Island, Dashy Cove, Dashy whatever. I would like to think I could name my, you know, my Chavez Topia, I could name it Sneaker Island or Sneaker Haven or whatever. And people are like, what is that? And then it would still be so cool because of what I would build there. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping. But if people want to pay me in Essence for certain things, I'll take all the Essence I can get. Top Giller says, guys, hold on to your comics before the comic AR feature. I do have my... Ow. I did sell my 2 ultra rares. Just because I'm trying to get the Harley Quinn one. I probably should have held on to them, but my one secret rare that I got, I'll probably keep that. I have it on like 7K, the Journey into Mystery, because again, if I sell it for 7K, then I should have at least close enough to, or enough for that Harley Quinn. I can complete that set. That's so hard. That's probably one of the more expensive ones, because Harley Quinn's so much. I would think the other ones, like the Ghostbusters ones, you know, the Platinum and the Gold Moogly, It's just hard because there's so few of them, and they're worth almost 5 figures. But Harley Quinn, I think that's got the opportunity to go a lot higher than even the Ghostbusters ones, because those are like 1 out of like 188. But Harley Quinn's only 1 out of 500, and a lot more people I feel like would pay for Harley Quinn as opposed to that movie statue. Again, that's just my opinion, not financial advice, but that's the one I'm going for, just keeping things transparent. Top Killer says that's what I'm doing. When it pumps, I'm going to sell. Probably a good idea. It's probably a really good idea. Josh B says, odd question, but what's that pendant you're wearing? You're wearing boxing gloves? Yes, I used to box back in the day. I still, up until recently, practiced, and it was pretty good. And my friend Tina, I love her, one of my best friends in life. She gave these to me when I was 15 because she knew I liked it, and I was like, that meant so much. I still wear it every day. So that means a lot. That meant a lot when Tina gave that to me, just because she's been a friend since I was like 14, so friends for like 16 years. I'm not that like, oh, you got a woman buying a jewelry. She was older. She's like 46 now, 47. So it wasn't like a creepy, like, oh, she's 30 years old, she's buying a 15-year-old. We worked together. I was at East Village Green Animal Hospital just as an assistant. She was there as a dog groomer. So we just worked together. Yeah. Best friend. One of my best friends in life. Ethan Youngberg says, hi, Reddit. What's up, Ethan Youngberg? How's it going? Oh my God, Niall Ballantyne. Niall Ballantyne, how many subscribers are you up to right now? Let's take a look. Because Niall Ballantyne is the one that he's going to go on and he's going to get an Omi tattoo when he gets... He's done it! Niall Ballantyne's done it! He's reached 1,000 subscribers on his... Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! And see, I watched part of your last video, but I just haven't had a lot of time today. I watched a lot of his videos. So Niall Ballantyne, you're getting an Omi tattoo now, right? Right? What's up, Niall? Says, 4:30 a.m. in here, sunny, not really, Scotland. But I used to play this game called International Superstar Soccer 64. And that was this British guy on the announcement. It's like, Scotland has got away with a blatant foul. Like, he was just, Scotland does it again. Like, he just had this really animated voice. It was really fun. So, I don't know why I was so obsessed with Scotland. I haven't even been there yet. I do want to go to Glasgow. I think that's their capital. It could also be their largest city. But I'm glad to see you're up. I think you just haven't gone to bed yet. It's going pretty well. I'm glad to see you reach that 1,000 subscriber. Very good for you. Justin says, Niall, say purple burglar alarm. Purple burglar alarm? I don't know. Taco says, good. VeVe Darkling, what's going on? Says, Niall, did you get the last 5? Ooh, what are y'all talking about? Ethan Youngberg says, I get the EPL, the casino. Hopefully that will be used for Chavez City. There you go, Ethan Youngberg. There you go. Oh, that'd be great. Yes, Niall Ballantyne says, I did indeed, bro. I think he's talking about the... Oh my God, I'm so behind on comments. I'm so sorry, guys. He's talking about got the last 5 of something. Freddie Merker says, I say to my friend just to go and try VeVe, and he buys 2 blind box. He got a secret rare? Oh my God, what are even the Hulk secret rares going for? I think they were going for... They were like 3,300. I told you it would get down to 2K, and I think they did. They were at 2.1K for a minute. I don't know exactly what... There's the ultra rare. All right, secret rare. The floor is 2K. I told y'all. You listened to stream this morning? I told y'all. I don't know why this keeps getting brighter and brighter, but apparently what had happened was, thank you guys for 15 likes, that means the world, is that Freddie Mercury said to his friend, just to try VeVe, he bought 2 blind boxes from the Hulk comics today, and one of them was a secret rare. That's bananas. But guess what? That guy's probably a VeVe customer for life. It's very, very hard to say, like, hey, put in $14, literally getting 2,000 out of it. It's very hard to step away from something that gives you literally $2,000 in a day for like no work. $14. Oh, $2,000 right here. That is, wow. That's bananas. VeVe Darkling says, congrats, brother. Now says, thank you. Justin says, tattoo location? Where tattoo, I have, you guys don't really see it that often, but I do have a, what's that called? The Royal Saiyan Crest from Dragon Ball Z. Just as mentioned, tattoo locations. Sorry. My thumbs hurt. Bert the Jerk says, definitely more new and better. This token is going to pump like crazy. Yeah, it's going to pump like no one's ever seen before. It is going to pump. Nah, I've used that joke before. I can't use it again. Nabon says, Randy had to pull out the black shirt on us for the one time. Hey, I think that when it reaches a penny, or when I think it's about to, I'm gonna have an Omi watch party where we're just gonna watch it. We're gonna refresh it, and then when it hits a penny, we're gonna be like, yes. Because at a penny, I'm trying to think. Even if I don't have $1 million just from Omi, I should have it. 94. Oh, I'm sorry, not 94. 96 million times 0.01. Yes, actually, even at 1 penny, doesn't have. I would only have 960 million. I didn't need the calculator for. I don't know why I used that. 960,000 just in Omi. I would still have, based on my other. I still have 1 full Bitcoin, and I still have Pokemon cards. So I would have over $1 million at that point. Most of it obviously being an Omi. Yeah, so I'll have a 1 cent watch party. That would be great. Again, when it's around like 0.009598, that'd be great if I just streamed for like 12 hours. I would have to have somebody here with me. So I do have a. Some of you guys have seen that I do have I had a live AMA, almost like a podcast with my friend Joe. Joe R. Vintage Pokemon, by the way, he's the one that I got the first edition Neo Genesis box from. I gave him my first edition Charizard BGS 9 and a first edition PSA 9 Lugia for that first edition box, Neo Genesis box. And so we did like an hour and a half stream with him, kind of like a podcast thing. And then I did one with my friend Sue that came this last weekend, just going over military stories, taking questions, whatever. I'm going to be doing one on Sunday with, I guess I won't say her name right now, just Dr. Pharmaceutical lady, and we're just going to talk about stuff. She's someone that I met today at the wake. She's my friend Megan's friend, and her and her husband Richie are going to be really nice, and they're going to let me come over. We're going to do an interview, so that's going to be Sunday, so watch out for that. That'll be pretty fun. VeVe Darkling says, Randy, what happens if Apple does drop AR glasses? Impact? Well, I'm sure they will at some point. I don't know if that's going to be next week on like September 14th, but that is going to be if they do that, I think they do mention Ecomi at some point. I don't know if they're going to do that. Oh, by the way, yeah, look at Ecomi stuff. I don't think they'll do that on the drop. They'll just mention themselves. It'll be kind of like a hype party, almost like when politicians do like a money raise, like a fundraiser. It's really more just like rah, almost like a homecoming thing, for like in high school, whatever. But so I would expect Apple to mention Ecomi at some point, and I mean not right away. But if that happens again with Apple, and you have people that are as obsessed with Apple as we are with Omi and Ecomi. So when they have that and they say like, well, Apple's partnering with this company. Yeah. I don't think a lot of people that have Apple, they really know of the VeVe app. I don't think they know of the partnership. If they did, we would be in a much better position right now. Nile Valentine says thigh, brother. Oh, okay. So you're talking about Niles going for the thigh on his Omi tattoo. Burton Judge says, more news, better news coming. Omi will pump. I agree 100%. Now Valentine says face tat or nothing. I love you guys. Thomas Livingston says, I just need the immutable X tweet to Moon. Yeah, pretty much. Now says, I'm interested in the Pokemon cards, by the way, Randy. Best offer on Raichu. Offer me some, again, Niall, I'll message you on Twitter right now. Right, booking meow. Niall. Valentine, we follow each other. I'd say I have it for 20. BGS 9. So 1,500. I think because again, I have the cheapest one on eBay for BGS 9 first edition. But I have it at like 2,500 or best offer. I would give it to you now, Valentine, for 1,500 because I love you and fellow content creator and special bond. And I love watching your videos, and I see you here on all the time. So again, I just messaged you. If you're still watching, great. I'm really behind on comments. I'm going to try to get to the response. Navan says, bro, Randy's going to have about 7,000 comments to read. Yeah. But what I really do pride myself on, which I don't see everybody doing, the ones that do, congrats to them because they're doing the work. I don't see every YouTuber responding to all their comments, and I think that I get it. I understand that. That people are they're busy. You can't respond to every comment because a lot of these people have jobs. So I am in a luxurious position where I don't have a job, and I can takes me a long time, but I respond to every comment on YouTube, on here on the AMAs, and then just as well as the it takes me a while, but I get to Twitter, I get to Instagram, I get to Discord. I do get to those eventually. It's a lot of time. I even posted on my Facebook the other day. Where was it? It was help, I'm getting too famous. Because it's just like I get so many people, which again I'm totally happy because it's the OMI. There are some people that are completely new to investing in general, not just OMI. And when they have questions, like they have concerns, like, hey, they read these articles of people making millions, in weeks, which does happen. Coins 10xing and 100xing in weeks, which again does happen. It's like, hey, why isn't OMI doing this? And they get nervous, and then let's say they bought when I did 0.007, 0.008 when I did, and it goes down, and like, hey, why are you buying more? Like it's going down, and again, because they're new to investing, I have to not hold their hand, but listen, in my experience, not financial advice, I'd be like, be Warren Buffett, be greedy when others are fearful, and then be fearful when others are greedy. Time in the market, most of the time beats timing the market. And I just have to say, listen, this is what happens sometimes, because I've been there before. I've been in stocks when, the pandemic happens, got punched in the face, where I literally had over $150,000 on the street, lending it out to business owners when they were told that they can't work anymore. Okay, a couple weeks, you know what? We'll stop payments, we'll lower payments, whatever. And then, okay, now it's 4 weeks. Okay, now they can't go back to work at all. Now they have to decide either paying their bills, feeding their family, or paying me back. And I was like, I'm sorry. And it's like, I understand. I just wish 90% of people didn't do that, and I lost $100,000 because of the pandemic, because they weren't allowed to work. I've been in positions before where I lost 6 figures. So I can go to people and be like, listen, I've lost this amount of money before. This right now, I know I've been here before. This recovery, that I can guide you through this. I know where some of the bumps in the road are. Some people just, again, if this is the first time going through it, especially when you put a lot of money into it, it can be very scary. And I feel like people need someone to go and say hey, it's going to be okay. Like Goodwill Hunting, it's not your fault. That's sort of thing people need. And a lot of the YouTubers that are on they make better videos than I do. You have Taps Trades and Dan Lee and now Valentine, very consistent. A lot of people just don't have the time because, again, they have day jobs to be there for people. So I think that's the role that I can fill, to go in and answer everyone's concerns, no matter how crazy, answer people's questions. That's the role I think is responsibly that I should have right now. Again, eventually hopefully I'll have 10,000 subscribers, and maybe I won't be able to go and answer everyone, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best. Ethan Youngberg says, I don't understand why the Borg was not the ultra rare and the Enterprise is the rare, because anyone that's seen Star Trek knows that it's way more powerful and bigger and better in every way. I agree 100%, but I also think that the USS Enterprise just has a little bit more notoriety. It's more fame. Outside the Star Trek, family, not many people know what a Borg is. They're like, oh, Cyborg? We have partnerships with DC Cyborg. Is that what they mean? If they hear Borg. They don't know the fact that the Romulans are trying to take it over, in one arc. They don't know the fact that it's much bigger than the USS Enterprise, I think more than double the size. They just know the U.S. Enterprise. That's a little more infamous or famous. It's just a little more relatable. It's a little more out there. I think that's why. again, that's just my opinion. I could be completely off base. They should just roll the dice on it. I don't know. Justin says, Niall, are you feeling the FUD lately? Niall Valentine says, yeah. After the high of that recent pump, I felt quite disheartened on the market, especially with the Andre Jick stuff. What about yourself? Thomas Livingston says, I just hope they don't delay to October. They might. I've told people, like, hey, late September or early October, I'm okay with either one. We just know it's coming. I get it. Like, you're tired of waiting. You're tired of hodling. I understand this 100%. I wish it was, 3 pennies already, but it's not. And I think it's the last time I've said this before, we're able to fill our bag. So I'm hoping I can get more money to do so. So not Niall and Justin talking about the Andre Jick stuff. Again, just 50 people here right now. I just want to say that you got to respect Andre Jick and Graham Stephan for making it where they are, being titans in their field. I think this is just a little bit out of their scope. I think either they just didn't do the research or they couldn't. They read the research, they just couldn't interpret it the right way. Again, Graham Stephan and Andre Jick, they're millionaires. Again, millennial money, but they didn't make it with crypto. Graham Stephan, literally most of his investments are in the S&P 500. That is one of the slowest ways to grow, like, especially nowadays. Like, I get it, it's very, very safe. There's nothing wrong with making 9 to 11% per year, but you can make so much more than that just staking certain cryptos. It's just bananas to me. And I think with the SPY you get dividends, on the ETFs, but so you can make so much more. Again, just being in Tesla, just being in Square, just being in ARK Invest, like, crushes the S&P 500 every single year. Because in the S&P 500, when you get gains, you get gains. But when you have losses, you get losses. They don't know how to, like, they're not shorting stocks. They're not shorting their positions. They're not hedging their bets. Kathy Wood and everyone else, people that run hedge funds, they have stuff in place. Oh, hey, we're going to be able to, buy here, cover here, short here, hedge here. Like, in a bear market, it's very possible for them to make money. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. And that's why they crush the market. They, like, double it. That's why if I, just didn't want to do anything, if I didn't know anything, I just go with ARK Invest because they crush the market every single quarter. Every single quarter. They outperform it by a lot. So again, when somebody has most of their wealth, and I could understand if Graham Stephan had like $1 billion and it's like, I don't want to, I just want to preserve what I have, live off the interest. Sure, by all means. But having a couple $1 million, let's say he even has 10, let's say 20 million. I guess, if you're pretty frugal, whatever, but there's a lot more places that you could put your money than the S&P that will make you a lot more money. Again, just staking certain cryptos get you a lot more. So yeah, I would say that, but they're just people. Andre Jick and Graham Stephan, again, great in their industry. They didn't make their money with crypto. They didn't make their money going all in on one thing. They made their money doing other things, and they're just people. Now, again, just as I'm a person, a lot of people say, "Oh, you're a whale! Like, you did all this." Like, listen, I don't have like a college education. I dropped out of college. I didn't do great in high school. I passed. I never got held back or anything. I don't think I ever failed anything. But I wasn't like a straight A student. Again, I was not in finance until 2017. I was in the military until 2016. I did not. I was veterinary field as veterinary assistant for 9 years before I went to the military. So a couple careers before this, we're all just people. And I feel like these guys, just because they have a lot of YouTube subscribers, can they be influential? Absolutely. But they're only influential because they have a lot of followers and because they are millionaires, but not from crypto. I would say watch Crypto Rain or watch, Crypto R Us, because they've made their money in crypto. Altcoin Daily makes them Altcoin Daily, which has, the most recent video. If you guys were not here before, their top 5 coins to buy in September. The number 1 coin was Omi, and that guy made his money in crypto, and he's got 980,000 subscribers on YouTube. Probably made a lot of people a lot of money. Cullo says, "Man, when does moons?" Soon. Well, and also, Again, for people that got in 2018, 2019, this is already mooned. This has already gone 100x. A lot of people like us that are, again, those are a lot of the founders. Us, we're the early adopters. It will moon for us. But what is mooning? Is mooning going to a penny? Is mooning going to 3 pennies, 5 pennies, 10 pennies? When is moon for you? Justin says coronavirus did not exist in 2016. No cap. Yeah, so that's why I was like, unless coronavirus was here in 2016, I did not lose my sense of smell from coronavirus. Mark Hutton says, Randy, I'm ready for Omi party like no other when Omi hits $1. When Omi hits $1, I'm pretty sure people are gonna like disappear, but in like the best way. It's like, it's this party. If anyone's seen Married with Children, the kids, Kelly and I forget the kids. It's not Ted Bundy. Kelly and Buck Bundy. No, Buck is the dog. Anyway, Kelly and the kid Bud Bundy. They have a party and it gets out of control and it like lasts like 4 days. It like takes over the whole city. I think a $1 Omi party. We're all, because it's not us, having like a couple $100,000. That's gonna be us, the 10-cent party, where a couple people will be millionaires, multimillionaires, a couple people will be maybe their first million or even a couple 100,000. Every single one of us, I think, on here at $1 is going to be a millionaire, if you have $1 million Omi or more. Even if you don't, even if you only have a couple 100,000, you still have a couple $100,000. That not a lot of people have. That's life-changing money. So that party is going to be so bananas. We're going to need to hire people to be like, hey, make sure people don't leave the premises because we're going to go off. There's going to be substances that probably I wouldn't even know about. It's going to be, oh God. Again, that's years away. Let's focus on the 10-cent party, 15-cent, 25-cent parties. That's going to happen first. Just as another flu. They don't want us hugging each other. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Hugs are good. Archon says, yeah, it's BS. Omi has honestly kept my mind off this stupid pandemic. I'd be super depressed if Omi wasn't. Honestly, guys, last year, it was not a good year because I couldn't go to the gym. I was living in New York. I couldn't, I lost like 100,000. Like, it was not a good year. Thank God for this girl, Ariana, that I had dated. She's a nurse at the VA I used to work at. Or I didn't, she worked at the VA that I went to. Dated for a couple months. Oh my God, she was, oof. Sorry. I have a girlfriend now. But that if it wasn't for her, I would be in a not good place. That was, she had helped me in my time of need. Oh God, that was so good. Good times. Justin says masculinity is frowned upon nowadays. Yeah, it's really weird. It's really weird how sometimes that happens. Where things that are once like, oh, hey, good for you. Like, you're like, yeah, I don't get that. Mother on my feet says, did you see that video that compared a Russian army advert to an American army advert? I didn't. I haven't worked with the Russians, but a couple of my friends did. And they said they were like a little crazy. They were like, so for us in our job, I've showed you guys my boots before. We have steel toe boots because we have these giant, we're working around pallets of cargo that could be up to 10,000 pounds. So you want the steel toes so that if it crushes it, it just cuts your toes clean off. They don't drag, they don't do whatever. You want that. And apparently, these people in Russia that do the same job that we do, 2G2, air transportation, they're working on like flip-flops. They don't have like these regulations. I would just go there and it's like, oh my God, you guys are insane. But they're good at it. they're fine. Burton Jerk says, a man is loved under the condition that he provides something. It's too real, man. That's too real. But yeah, a lot of the times that is the case. Justin says, Brian Wilson is a great example of a loving man when his lyrics, at least. I'm not sure who Brian Wilson is. I gotta redo some songs here. Bird Joke says, only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. Oof, feels. I do have to admit though, like my girlfriend, she does love me. Like one, it's hard enough to find someone that wants to be with you physically. But then to have someone actually love you, oh my God, that's such a good feeling. Like I have felt love like this once before, and not when I was engaged. When I was engaged, that was a different type of love. She was not very touchy. Natasha I one and only fiance was not a touchy-feely person. She was half Russian, half Ukraine, all just mother Russia, just like she knew Sambo, which is a Russian form of martial arts, would literally just like jump me in the shower and put me in an arm bar just for the fun of it, just because she could, just to remind me that she's the dominant one in the relationship. There was no cuddling. There was no cuddling and cigarettes after the deeds. But yeah, just having someone that loves you like unconditionally, that's just, God, it's such a great feeling. It is. Oh, let's see. I did Maria before, and I'm gonna do. What should I do now? I sit around and watch the tube, but nothing's on. I change the channels for an hour or two. Twiddle my thumbs just for a bit. I'm sick of all the same old. When I forgot that the last two words in that were very, very raunchy. Do not want to get demonetized. Bite my lip. That was Green Day with Longview. They're very, very good. Muzzard on My Feet says, and also, did you see Apple's AR invitation to their event? I hope they'll announce AR glasses. VeVe was built for the future. Agreed 100%. I think that's September 14th. Yeah, Apple has an announcement. Might be, if I were back into stocks, I think Apple might be a good stock to buy. And then, once that news comes out and it pumps, that'd probably be pretty good. Mark Hyun says, I saw that the 9.6... Oh my god, yeah. So a Spider-Man comic, 9.6 graded to 9.6, sold for $3.6 million US. Marcon bought himself a 9.8 Marvel Tales 137 for $500. Only 61 9.8s in the world. I believe it's heavily undervalued. Same cover, and 40 years old. Good for you, mate. Yeah, I haven't delved into comic books too much just because it's very, very broad. Could I take my Pokemon skills, like my Pokemon sales skills, and go in there? And yeah, absolutely. It's just another thing that would take time away from Omi. It would take time away from Earth 2, take time away from YouTube. It would probably give me more content, but I'm in so many different projects. I'm retired and I'm tired. Like I have so little time for, again, the big life energy where I go and, I had a friend come in and this was, a military friend came in last week. We hung out together, hang out with a girlfriend, for a day or so. I had to be there for my friend because, again, two of my friends, their grandpa died, and hang with them tonight. Haven't seen him in a couple of weeks. Seeing my other friend, Justin, I'm going to see in Boston tomorrow for a couple of days. We just have a bunch of these big life energy, always traveling, always doing something. I think after I come back from seeing Justin, I'm going to take a break. I'll still do videos. I just meant take a break as far as going out and seeing people. Because I've had a very hectic summer, been on planes a lot, driving a lot. And I'm sorry I look like poop right now. Just a long day. I'd really rather have what do you call it? I just need a break from traveling. Like I said, I'll still always make videos. Justin said, I was thinking earlier today about how advanced tech is and just making millions from your living room. People have been doing it for a while with, and I don't mean just since the pandemic. I mean like since Second Life. People do that Second Life. People are really doing that in Earth 2. Aria Realty, Guidebook Gaming, and King Tech Ops, and probably Predict. People with hundreds of thousands of tiles make so much money in land income tax, referral. It's bananas. It's bananas. So yeah. Raj Sal says, again, Ecomi dangling the carrot. Either it's VeVeverse, now AR. Why not work on buybacks? Well, the buybacks are on David's desk. He hasn't. There's definitely a reason why he's not telling us why they're not doing buybacks. I would like to think that is for a good reason. Potentially it could be a bad reason, saying like, we don't want to do buybacks because there's going to be so much burning in the VeVeverse and whatnot. We don't need new buybacks. And that's very possible. I don't think that would be the case. Even if that is the case, I trust them, saying like, hey, we don't want to buy too much back. We would rather put this money that's supposed to be in buybacks and make the app better and make, get more licenses. Like, okay, I trust you. I trust them because if that's what they want to do, if they think that there's going to be enough burn from the VeVeverse, the NFTs and all that, and buybacks aren't necessary. Although I do think buybacks will be necessary at some point anyway, just because they're going to burn through a lot of their OMI. But again, if this is in their circulating supply, if it's coming from the circulating supply, maybe they don't need that much. Maybe they don't need to do buybacks, because if all the OMI that's going to be burned is from the circulating supply and not from their vault, there's really not going to be any need to buy back from the circulating supply if their vault and their reserve vault is not being burned. So, yeah. But again, that's that one case. Buybacks, I assume, probably will still happen. It's just going to be a second. And again, just because you have AR glasses doesn't mean you're not working on the VeVeverse. Just because you have working on the VeVeverse doesn't mean you're not working on AR glasses. So, Raj, I don't believe that it's an either or. I think it's an and. I think either is the wrong word. It's not either VeVeverse or AR. I think it's both VeVeverse and AR. Again, that's just the way that I'm looking at it. And thank you guys for 27 likes. And again, the buybacks, they should be relatively easy to do. There's definitely a reason that David is not doing them. I don't know what that reason is. Again, I just went over them. So, but again, I trust what they're doing wholeheartedly. So whatever they're doing, I'm sure it's for the better of the token, for us, for the app. It says, what's your real name? Randy Chavez. The real Randy Chavez. It doesn't say the real on my birth certificate, just the Randy Chavez. Orange Bag Lady says, hey, bud, super ready to do those flipping comics, dude. We're ready, super ready, though. These flipping comics, dude. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm very, very excited for all of these. Very exciting things to come. I'm still a half hour behind on this, so I'm still a half hour behind these. I'm sorry. Now Valentine says, Glasgow is where I live, mate. Largest city in Scotland, but Edinburgh is technically the capital. Okay, all right. Good call, good call. Now Valentine can't wait to go. Justin says, the best bands originated from Scotland. Now it says, any favorites? Justin says, Jesus and Mary Chain. I don't know who's from Scotland, but there's this one. It's like it's Viking rock, and they go and they pretty much they sing. They take all these. It's like not Valhalla. It's something with a V though. 1918 war song. Oh no, not war movie. Sabaton. So Sabaton is a Viking metal band, and they take different types of battles in history, and they just sing about them against like Viking metal band Sabaton. There's a Last Stand. There's a Great War. It's like they're so good. I love them. My friend Tyler turned me on to them. Really, really good. Crazy Dan 420 says, I named 3 of my properties in Chaveztopia, Homie, Magic Mushrooms, and Gaming House. I also registered NFT Showroom, Roulette Wheel, Cannabis Farm, Exotic Dancers, Axie Town, and VeVe World. Oh, Crazy Dan, you're my hero. Crazy Dan also got Blockchain Games, Roadhouse, Bling Bling, Crazy Town, a few others. Might be good call for the $100 invested. I think so too. I think it is. Ricky Britt says, you do an awesome job responding to everyone's comments. Great thing about your YouTube channel. Aw, thanks, Ricky Britt. You guys are great. Justin says, price hasn't moved for hours. See what the price is right now. I haven't gone on and looked in a little while. Let's see what it is. 0.00367. I need to buy more, man. I need to just get this over with. Remember when Dumbledore is talking to Harry Potter in Order of the Phoenix, and Fawkes just like burst into flames, and Harry's like, oh god, I just killed his Phoenix, and Dumbledore said, I've been telling him to get on with it for the past few days. When a Phoenix dies, it bursts into flames and is reborn from its ashes. Like, oh, that's cool. And I really should get on with buying it. I just don't have the money. I'm trying. What's up, Peter VDB? He says, I got an exam in 3 hours. I hope you're studying. I hope you slept. Hope you're doing good. Kurt says, did you watch the Apple WWDC 2021 video? Had a DeLorean? No, hold on. Kurt just brought some amazing, fantastic news. Apple WWDC 2021. Oh my god. Okay, so there's literally an hour 46 that it went on. DeLorean. A DeLorean in the Apple opening film. That was 3 months ago. Um, let me check this out real quick. Oh, it's just a guy that. Oh, okay. That's pretty epic. Oh yeah. What's that say? Not actually Tim Cook. That is heckin' cool though. Um, is that a nod for Omi? Is that a hint? I don't know, but I am very, very happy to go and to see that there. Todd Killer says, "What drop y'all hoping is next week?" Well, we have 2 comic drops next week. I would hope another Star Trek drop. I would say maybe the fact that they have a what do you call it? Maybe the fact that they just did a Star Trek one. Like, all right, we just had Star Trek September month. I don't know. Jurassic Park would be great, but again, I hope they don't really do that until like more people get in. But either way, it's really fun. So it says Top Killer CS supply drop in Omi. Top Killer CS supply drop in Omi. Circulating supply drop in Omi. Doesn't says yeah, the DeLorean was nuts. Actuary 1776 says, can you speak to your understanding of the Ben Gadenzi fiasco? Foster Hilt had him on along with Dan Lee, since deleted, but Ben's story doesn't align with what the community says about him. I think the only real way, one, I don't know how much is, just from what I know, is that he did what he did with Ecomi, the same thing that he did with Earth 2. Earth 2's phase 2 was supposed to launch in like January. February, March, like got delayed because it was supposed to be on the Go chain, not going on the Go chain. Same thing with this. So it seems to me that everywhere he goes, he just leaves a trail of like bad vibes, bad news. People that work with him don't like him. I've never, if he were to come to me like, hey, I see you want to make a Randy Chavez Dashy coin, Chavez Topia, I would not touch that dude with a 10-foot pole. Just be like, nope. I just, because there's so many other projects that just seem to be going the wrong ways that he's been involved with. I was like, yeah, not doing it. But to my understanding, there are a couple of other things. I don't know how much of it is public information, how much I can share. But it is I would never work with them. If I'm going to go and build a, build a crypto one day, and I'm just not going to, I would not work with them. Noah Guitar says, what AR comics? So let me go to their tweet. Let me show you what's hot. It make me so hot. Sorry, I love Avril Lavigne. I'm ridiculous. Hey, baby, maybe. Where they shared, something's wrong with my phone. Again, this is from VeVe's official Twitter, and it looks like AR comics are coming, where they have this, again, it was leaked. We weren't sure if it was real or not, where we had an AR comic from, looked like a Wolverine AR comic. It was leaked. I'm not sure if that was real or not, but again, VeVe saying something's weird on my phone, and that type of thought was like, oh, AR comics. And Gastow says when, and VeVe responds, #soon. Oh, these guys are so great. The comic ways use that Vince McMahon, like, they're fantastic. These guys are great. All right, moving on. Scott Horn says, I'm going to be drunk as hell for that dollar party. Yeah, we all are. Grandmaster Malo says, if Omi hits $1, I'm going to transfer from Bit4X to a non know your customer Monero exchange and send it to my alter identity / name associated with my dual citizenship. So you two are also a man of culture. But that's great that you could do that. I would say Omi, I think will hit $1. Thank you guys for 30 likes, but I think it won't hit it really until 2027. But again, Crypto Rain, again, someone that is older, smarter, and more experienced in this space than I am in the crypto space, says he believes that it is possible for Omi to hit $1 this bull run. And this guy technical analysis is on point. The guy has a lot more experience than I do in this space, been in it for a long time. He's older than I am. I myself pride myself Can I say that? I pride myself on seeing what others can't, knowing what others don't, looking at the information that's out there and reading it in a different way than other people. I thrive on that. I pride myself on it, but I don't see why kids love cinnamon toast crunch. No, I'm sorry. Sorry, it was a bad joke. I don't see what Crypto Rain sees, that this could reach $1 by the end of this bull run. Will probably take us to the end of 2022. I don't see this hitting $1 by the end of next. I just don't. It's a $216 billion market. I know cryptos go crazy fast, but I just don't see it. Again, when most people right now that we know have never bought an NFT, a lot of people that we know don't even know what it is. I just don't see that much mass adoption that quickly. I just don't. So, again, if he sees something that I don't, I would love to be on his channel, to have him on my channel, because I would love to try to learn and understand what he sees that I don't. I've literally looked at it. I feel like Aang trying to move that boulder from Avatar: The Last Airbender, and Toph like, you can't look at it from any other angle. You can't. There's no trick. Just got to do it head on. I've looked at it from every angle. I've tried looking at it head on. It would have to take the craziest movement of mass adoption for not only NFTs, but specifically all these people funneled into this one Omi NFTs, VeVe NFTs, buying into the Omi coin, using that for utility. Maybe if the VeVeverse is just wicked awesome. I just don't know. If anyone sees that, let me know. What's the most legal place to have a 10-cent party? Probably Vegas. Vegas is probably a pretty good place to have that. This is North Korea. Is North Korea legal? North Korea, you can't do anything in North Korea. It says, how about that Matrix trail? I haven't seen that yet. The Red Pill NFT. Grandmaster Wallace says, what if they eventually offer buybacks, but no one wants to sell? Well, there's always going to be there, but that's the thing. If they try to get buybacks and they can't get it from the circulating supply, the founders would have to sell it themselves. But I think there's always going to be people ready to cash out. Cody Young says, this video will explain why they aren't doing buybacks right now. Is that what I just explained? Maybe. I am getting back to comments. I'm only 13 minutes behind right now. Sergio Steele says, also, how do you collect land income tax? I've never received any. So what happens, Sergio Steele, is that... Oh, actually, I forgot to go into Earth to collect my ether. So right now, I'm just letting you guys... Oh, all right. No ether is collected. That is interesting. Okay, very good. So what you do is you go to transactions, and in the transactions, there is... You go to all, like I got... Oh, someone gave me a referral code. You go into the transactions, and then you scroll here for income land tax. And the income land tax, you click on it, and it'll show you, okay, I got a penny for international stuff, another penny for international. Oh, actually, that's 1 penny, 1 penny. West Cape, Africa, I got 3 pennies for land income tax. Most of these are just pennies, and they come in every so often. Got 2 pennies from West Africa. I'm sorry, that's South Africa. That's where you go to find it. But I have these on. I have 750. Or is it 750 tiles? They're all class 1, which gets the most land income tax, and even that is literally 3 cents that I got. So that's why that happens. Come on, go back. You can do it. Scoot. Come on, Daddy's right here. There seems to be an issue with the site. Maybe that's good. Maybe they're updating it. Wow, the trading volume for Omi is down, which normally you don't want to see. It's 0.0036, and the trading volume is $5.5 million over the last 24 hours. We had that pump because there was a lot of trading volume. There's a lot of people buying. So normally you don't want to see this. So this is actually a little bit of bearish thing that you see right there. But if it's holding at this line, 0.0035 is like the new low, not 0.0029. Now the new low is 0.0035. That's good. Slowly but steadily go up. Mark Young says, just bought another million Omi when you told me the price was 0.0036. There you go, Mark. There you go. Ethan Youngberg says, Randy, thank you so much. One day you're going to make me rich. I look up to you so much. Thank you. And again, I love to hear all of that. I love all these messages that people say that, especially Ethan Young, very young, impressionable mind on the cusp of adulthood. But I do feel there's this kind of like the Spider-Man, like with great power comes great responsibility. When somebody literally tattooed my name on their wrist, and people say, I look up to you, it's like, okay, well, now I can't screw up. I feel like when you mentor people, even though this is not financial advice, I think you lose the right to screw up. So I'm trying to be the best that I can, I try to be best example. And again, I'm just letting you guys know what I'm doing, just to be transparent. And sometimes I'm wrong. Like I said, I was told by my friend Will to get into Enzalytics last year, or I think it was this year, ENZC, Echo November Zulu Charlie. And what was it? It was literally at almost where Omi was. It was at like 0.8 of a penny. It was actually half a penny at one point, and then it happened to go up to like 96 cents, and then down to 60 cents, down to 30 cents. But still, it just could have 100x my money, but I didn't because I was too focused on Tesla. I was too focused on Earth 2. I was too I did not even have the sense to just throw $1,000 in it. I would have made $100,000. But I didn't. So I was wrong. I didn't look into it, so I just dismissed it. But sometimes I miss things because I just don't have time to look into everything. So I'm not perfect, but I just try to be my best. Burton Jerk says, is it just me, or are you looking more and more of a millionaire by day? This is really just from I don't like this. I like being in t-shirts. I like being in, I would much rather be wearing, I don't even know why this is on the chair. I would much rather be wearing my Kirby shirt because I feel more comfortable in that. Again, I don't know why this is on, oh God, on the chair. But Ethan Youngborough, I do take that responsibility seriously. Hope to share a beer with you one day, with batting cages, I don't know, to be a good older brother. And thank you, Brett Jerk. Chewit Chunky says, what's up, bro? Beers, what up? Burton Jerk says, it's going to be a real honor to get rich with you, Rant. Yeah, I've never had this before, where we're all about to get insanely rich together. I've never, again, military, you're not making money. In Earth 2, kind of, we have that camaraderie where we're all in this together. But that's more like visionary, and can you make a lot of money in Earth 2? A lot of people already have. But that's more gaming, which again is fun, and the camaraderie's there, and we have a good chance of it. The crypto isn't even out yet, so we have a good chance to make a lot of money there. But Omi, this seems a little bit more current. It seems a little bit more like, hey, all we have to do is just buy and sit, and literally another company is doing all the work. And they have so many different licenses, which again, if any one of these crypto NFT projects got the license for, again, let's just say Jurassic Park, let's just say Transformers, like, and who buys Transformers? So like, women drive the market. Women are the ones, because men are at work all day. Women are the one that make the decisions on what to buy, what Christmas gifts to get. So if you go and say like, hey, we got this major toy company of Transformers. Again, they have Hasbro, so they have Transformers. They have My Little Pony. They have G.I. Joe. It's like, okay, that's a huge one. People are going to watch that. That would turn my head and be like, oh, they got this? But again, Ecomi has all of these. Like, you could make the argument that's like, okay, well, you know what? Hasbro, maybe they're hurting for money, even though they have a Transformers movie come out every few years. My Little Pony movie, whatever. They could be like, all right, that's one company. If you make the argument, okay, one company might be wrong, but Marvel, DC, Hasbro, Cartoon, all of these companies are not wrong. And the fact that all we have to do is just put money into it, and this entire team does the work for us, that's like the best deal ever. All we have to do is put up the money, put our feet back, and just chill. That's, oh God. And it's great to do all this with you guys. Like, Bird Jerk saying it's going to be an honor to get rid. It is. I almost feel like almost like we didn't earn it. I mean, we are earning it. We're putting up our money where our mouth is, but I just feel like I'm not working, to make the app better. I guess I'm with my content, getting people into it and stuff, but I almost feel like the work that I'm doing, like the YouTube, which is, it's fun. and I feel like responsibility for it. But am I doing, millions of dollars worth of work? I don't think so, but so I almost feel like I'm not earning it. Rosal says, if Ecomi does things right, this is the perfect storm brewing: immutable, new big exchanges, buybacks, utility, NFT craze. We could see Doge-like numbers, 7 cents, not sustainable in short time. So yeah, I mean, you're also forgetting the MTL license, the money transfer license, where people can finally take money out, that we can go to OpenSea, that we can buy NFTs. This is, did you say OpenSea? Maybe. Yeah. So even missed a couple things. Yeah, this could go again. If I think it was Illuvium, one crypto went from like 0.0027 to like 30. They like literally 100x'd in 11 months. Bananas. Yeah. It's bananas. Chicago Tamalan says, "Oh, what up?" Grandmaster Mawa says, "Yeah, my daily ether jewels haven't spawned yet today. Yeah, mine haven't either. It's weird." Rod says that, but long term it is. Yeah, long term, make us stupid rich. Grandmaster Mawa says, "How many pages of jewels do you have?" Been hodling, so I imagine a few hundred. I do not have a few hundred pages. I only get like 40 jewels a day, and I buy more every day. But go to resources. I only have 60 pages of jewels. It's not a lot. And again, I get like maybe 40 a day, and I buy every day, but it's still, I guess it's not enough. Erman Gonzo says, I just bought some Omi right now. Get that bread, Erman Gonzo. And first says, have you seen Lucifer on Netflix? The new/last season will be available tomorrow. I haven't seen it yet. I watched the first 2 seasons of American Horror Story. I'm on the 3rd right now. And again, what I was telling people, literally at the wake today, I was just like, hey, that they kind of put me up on a pedestal, like, oh, you're so successful and do this. Like, listen, guys, like, what I did last night was I downloaded the Pokemon trading card game, like the actual tabletop trading card game. I was playing it on my phone. Like, I'm not this crazy special person. I have a Kirby shirt. Like, yeah. I still like kid stuff. Grandma Swallow says, we do want to see low trading volume. We need the bear so we can buy more. Bear is friend, and bull is also friend. Could be friend. I the Legend says, I do 2K gem, got Omi. Ops 4. Oh, you have $2 grand and you're getting Omi? Nice. Brian also says, I was trying to sell a crypto for 600 on Uniswap yesterday, and the gas fees were 2,000? Eventually went down to 400, but oh my god. You're right, that is nuts. Grandma Swallow says, honestly, as long as a scandal about you doesn't come out, then you should be fine. Also, being a veteran helps. You're like the Bella Porch of E2. I would say the only thing that I could is the veteran humor side of me, where let me read you a story. Actually, oh no, I still have it. I have this chat called, did I not send it there today? Called Voiceover Animations, where I literally just send stuff. Oh, I didn't send it. Fudge. Oh, I had such a good one that I forgot to. Oh, actually, hold on. Yeah, no, I forgot to do it. Maybe it's a notification. I'll look for it later. But it was a man. I just do stories, and the stories are really, really funny, but they're really, really raunchy. They happen to do with my veteran friends, and I think some people would be like, "Oh, he's not funny. He's one of these guys that makes fun of people, and people make fun of him." And I just don't have this. It's just a very dark sense of humor. Again, veteran. You have that. So I think that would be the only thing that people would like, all right, your writing is very funny, but a little dark, a little too dark, a little messed up. So when that comes out, when we do the animations or we do the voiceover work for it, maybe I'll have some backlash with that. But I mean, I don't think I'm really like racist or anything. I don't think I've ever like made fun of any sort. I mean, I make fun of a bunch of people all the time, but we're friends, we're homies. Maybe, because I like make fun of myself for being brown. Like, oh, well, he's like American brown. He's making fun of the other brown. No, we're brown. We're brown. We're all running the same race here. I don't really think if I was a hater of mine, I would say something along the lines of, I don't know, be like, yeah, you talk about money, but you have this, you film your videos in front of a fridge, and like you have apartments, like you supposedly have several $100,000, but you don't have a bed. Something seems a little fishy here, Randy. I think that's like the only thing I'd just try to build a case that way. Does this let us know when the E2 token drops? Of course. Cloudman says, I wish I had Omi call options that we could buy. That could get expensive. That could get wild. Burton Jerk says, Omi is going to fund my future businesses where I earn my next few millions. Let me know what those are. I'm pretty curious. As well as EPLs that cater to women are undervalued. I think makeup or yoga or fashion. Agreed 100%. Yeah, women drive the market. It is time for a 30-minute Patreon member shout out. Crashed on the floor when I moved in. These little bungalows with them strange new friends. Stay up too late and I'm too thin. We promised each other it's till the end. We were drinking empty bottles, just the five of us. Pretty-eyed boys, girls die to trust. We're going way too fast. It's all too sweet to last until I put myself in. Ross Charles says, my average is 0.007. I just couldn't justify throwing more money when they stopped use of Omi token and buybacks. Well, they never stopped the use of Omi token, but you're right, they did stop the buybacks. They had kept all of that. I would throw the kitchen sink in this project. Not financial advice, props to you. Well, I still think it's very undervalued. Even going from 0.002 to 0.003 to 0.035. Even at a penny, it's undervalued. Just for where this is going. I, again, see the future. I'm not like clairvoyant, or maybe I am. I don't know. That's where I see it. Bird Jerk says, I come from the oil field where my brotherhood is very much like military, so the humor is my kind of funny. We'll be good friends. Grandma Swallow says, my friend just said that English teachers / departments don't like teachers with southern accents. I kind of understand why. Guys, my throat is hurting. I'm talking for 90 minutes. I love you all. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Y'all are the best. I probably won't be doing a video this weekend just because I'll be visiting a friend in Boston. I'm going to try, but I'll keep y'all posted. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. And thank you guys for good 35 likes. I love you. Meow, 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 meow. Rip my throat. Hiccups. Meow.